it?
Can't.
Right, yeah, do your thing, bro. Bring it real close.
Can't.
I'm gonna have to shout it and all that, man. But yeah, what's it? Yeah, man, anything brothers want to chip in as well, like obviously.
Yeah, I can hear you, but maybe just I'll come a bit.
Alright, so yeah, shalom. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna bring out some news quickly. Basically, what's it? Yeah, the Most High is judging the earth like he usually does, you know. And yeah, there was hailstorm with heavy hailstones in Mendoza, Argentina. Like there was smashing windows, car windscreens and all that. That's how heavy they were. I mean, yeah, I come with, that's all that on that one. Yeah, I got Psalms 18 and 13. Bible for show.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18 and verse 13.
Bring it out!
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18, verse 13. Yahweh also thundered in the heavens, and the highest gave his voice, hailstones and coals of fire. Yea, he sent out his arrows and scattered them, and he shot out lightnings and discomfited them.
So yeah, so you know, this is all of the Most High. These hailstones are getting bigger and bigger each time. You know, each day is getting closer and closer. Obviously, you know what's going on. Everything's just kicking off right about now. What's it? Mount Etna as well is erupting again. Yeah, Mount Etna's erupting again. Yeah, causing like smoke in the air that was like 7 miles long. So, you know, that volcano's been active for the last few months still. Brothers want to get me Psalms 18 and 7, Baba Kashar.
Psalms 18 and 7, yeah?
Yeah, car.
This?
Well, bring that, okay?
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 18. Psalms 18 and verse. Yes, Psalms 18 and 7.
Yeah, Psalms 18 and 7 to 8. Yeah, that was 13. Yeah, it's 18 and 7 to 8. 18 and 7.
Psalms chapter 18 and verse 7. The earth shook and trembled. The foundations also of the hills moved and was shaken, because he was wroth. There went up a smoke out of his nostrils, and fire came out of his mouth. Devoured coals were kindled by it.
Yeah, calm. So this smoke was just massive, man. You know, it's obviously the volcano, the mountain is smoking. We know that's of the Most High, innit? So yeah. What's it? Another earthquake in Indonesia. 6.1 earthquake in Indonesia, which caused landslides and floods.
Cool.
If you want to get me editions of Esther 11 and 5, I'm for sure. Yeah.
Editions of Esther.
Editions of Esther.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Edition of Esther, chapter 11 and verse 5. By the noise of a tumult, with thunder and earthquakes, and uproars in the land, and behold.
Yeah. That's it, man. There's uproars in the land, there's earthquakes. You know, there's noise of tumult, you know, there's storms, thunders, all sorts is going on, man, and it's getting worse and worse day by day, you know. We've been saying this for months, man, months and months, man. It's not going to get old that judgment is coming now. It's coming home. Not home, not here. Yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
And behold, two great dragons came forth ready to fight, and their cries were great.
That's it.
Going into Russia and America, man, and obviously China and England, man. These NATO and the Kremlin, man.
That's it.
They're getting ready to fight.
Verse 7. And at their cry, all nations were prepared to battle, that they might fight against the righteous people.
And that's getting into what we was talking to in the first lesson about, you know what I mean, the insurrections against the children of Israel, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And you know, how they're going to make war with the saints in the end, innit? Ultimately. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. There was some wildfires as well in the forest in Tirupati, India, and in Argentina as well. There was like large wildfires. I don't know, like if they were actually wild, but you know, they were big enough to be, innit? Like no man-made one.
How are made those ones?
Yeah, of course, can't. Even if man did do it,
that's what they like to call them. They like to call them wildfires, but they're not wild. They're predestinated.
That's it.
From the how about you now? The word.
Our fires. That's what they are.
Fires, man.
You know what I mean? But yeah, and then the floods now. There's loads of floods literally going on all over. We've had some floods in the UK, like parts of the UK because of the storm that just happened. There's floods in Indonesia, Japan after heavy rain, Kelang, Malaysia with riverbanks bursting. There's floods in Johannesburg, South Africa after heavy rain. In Kenya, in the Rock, in Kenya, which is like, you know, they don't get much rain, so that's, you know what I mean, that's a good thing for them.
That's a good thing.
Queensland, Australia as well.
Yeah.
That's, you know, flooding, and again, like I said, parts of the UK and that. So yeah, Nahum 1 and 7 from chart to 8, and yeah.
This is the book of Nahum chapter 1 and verse 7. Yahweh is good, a stronghold in the days of trouble, and he knoweth them that trust in him. But with an overrunning flood, he will make an utter end of the place thereof, and darkness shall pursue his enemy.
That's it, man. And this is the darkness, isn't it? All these pestilences and these judgments that are happening, like, this is their darkness of these heathens. This is the judgment of the earth, man. It's happening now, man. We always talking about it, but it's happening now, literally. You know, obviously I didn't really write much things on the whole war and that, but basically the one thing I did write is the Ukraine nuclear agency have said that the radiation levels of the site of Chernobyl, which was like a nuclear plant that blew up like in '86, has risen after the invasion of Russia. So it's got even crazy. All it takes is for like a bomb or something to go off near around there, and then that's radiation is on a mad level. Still. So yeah, again, what's it? Russia are just probably right now taking over Kiev, which is the capital of Ukraine. You know, Putin's basically saying, what's he saying? He's saying that to the Ukrainian army to put down their guns and overthrow their government, because if not, you know, they're going to get caught in the crossfire. The Ukrainians, they're not having a bar, they're all getting involved, like the actual residents.
Mozzarella!
Yeah, the Ukrainians, yeah, the government are actually handing out arms, Molotovs, guns and all that to actual normal residents, saying pick up arms and fight the Russians when they come in.
And they're saying that the 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds, they're not allowed to flee the country. They have to stay. But all the elders, they can leave. I think I think it's 60 or 70, or I think it's the elders.
Okay.
They're not even allowed to leave the country. They're allowed to stay. I think it's either the 60 and 70 or 17 and 16. I don't know. When I was listening to them speak, you know, Europeans, can't hear them saying, know what they're saying.
So they're putting a block on.
But there's a block on a certain age group that can't leave the country, man. And another thing, brother, you were saying this earlier. I just want to make this note. We put out our news, and it comes out at the end of the week. All right. But normally, if you look back at the news that we put up, obviously recently, then you're seeing it a week late. We were saying things. Way before it happened. So our last Nazarite news, we were saying how these people are gonna go to fight against one another.
And Slovakia, 10 they were putting more troops. Russia was putting more troops on the border of Ukraine,
and then America was bringing like 3,000 troops over into Poland and that. Alright, so they've already started to get ready, prepare their warfare. Alright, but and what happens? Bang, bang, bang. Alright, Russia's knocked the door. And as Russia's knocked the door, it's kicking off, man.
That's it. Proper.
It's kicking off. It's kicking off, man. That's what we're about. To be in the spirit of prophecy. So sometimes when you're seeing the Nazarite news, Slovakia, if you're seeing it and you're like, oh look, that's a bit late. It's a bit late. But remember, there's people that are watching us that are still new to the truth, don't really study, not really watching. Alright, so we're just doing it for the masses. But we're gonna try and upload more news, like on the other channels, whether it be the VOI London or the Vina Visual official channel. Put up some more news.
Slovakia, man. What's it? Because certain news like stations like your BBC, your ITV and all that, they're not gonna show you the raw footage. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I've already
censored, and we get censored as well.
Yeah, exactly. So I've seen it, man. I've seen it through various media platforms, whistleblowers. It's going off out there. Like, residents are actually laying down Russian soldiers, man. Like on video. Like, I see another video. This is probably mainstream. The tank's driving down the road, like it drives over the car. Like the guy, the guy survived. He's all mangled in the tank. You know what I mean? It's real war, because there's actually a history between Russia and Ukraine. So you know, like I was saying, the residents there, they're gonna take up arms. A lot of them are fleeing, but a lot of them are staying put in it, and they're gonna pick up their arms, and it's a fight. It's a fight, man. Esau against Esau. So Slavic nations against Slavic nations, you know. And this is what I was gonna say as well, all the surrounding countries around Ukraine, most of them are NATO. They are with NATO, basically. Biden is telling the US, like the people, that he don't want to be involved in none of these affairs overseas, because the people don't want that. After Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, all of that, they don't want nothing like that. So he's telling the people, we're not going to get involved. But the moment one side lets off fire, like, so Russia lets off at NATO, or NATO that's it. America's automatically involved, because their thing is, if you attack one, you attack them all. So it's gonna happen, man. In the next few weeks, this is the start of World War III, man. Prophesied. Go on, bring that.
This is the book of 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3.
Bring it out.
But when they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as a travailing upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Man, they're gonna say that, innit? Like, there's no, like, the same thing with what's been going on beforehand. It's quiet. But there was uprising. Then they're going to be quiet, but then sudden destruction's going to come, and Jacob's trouble's going to kick off. But that travailing as a woman's when Yahweh Shai comes back. Hey, that's when they're going to see their real hell break loose.
That's part of it, man.
Yeah.
Peace and safety.
Peace and safety.
Jesus Christos, man.
God.
Right? They're gonna say, oh, Jesus Christos loves everybody, man. Right? He's coming to save us, man. He's not coming to save. And then Luke start going, boom, 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 boom. And who's gonna save you then, man?
Like the prophecies say, the ultimate goal is them to go into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and that's it. That's when it really kicks off, you know. So all this, what's happening now as well, like with Russia, they're like, I said this a few weeks ago, they're the biggest wheat exporter in the world. They export the most wheat, and what grain, and what England and America and NATO, the European countries, are trying to do is to basically cut them out from the world banking systems, planes. No Russian airlines can go into certain countries now. They've stopped like SWIFT payments, which is like international banking. So yeah, it's getting deep. And the thing is, but Putin's like, yeah, that's not, he's telling his big people, like the ones that got the big money in Russia, he's saying, look, this shouldn't faze you, don't be fazed like by all this. We're self-sufficient. If you even look up the oil and gas lines, yeah, that come out from Russia, it's a joke.
It's in England.
Yeah,
they got
one of them
gas lines
goes to England.
flowing to England. And what's his name? Boris was cutting it off.
Yeah, man.
Saying we need to stop funding the damn.
And Germany, 50% of their gas comes from Russia. Yeah. Basically, Russia controls Europe with their gas and oil.
With their energy.
And look, they're trying to cut them out. So it's going to be a massive knock-on effect for us. Food prices are going to start going up. Petrol prices are going to start going up. Eventually, famine, innit?
Cost in general is going to go up.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, famine.
But Israelites, look. Don't fear,
That's
right?
it.
Because the Most High could just make that guy stock up all these reserves and all these damn things, and then put him to death, fam.
Yeah,
and then that's for you to go in there. What's in this house? Right? You're doing the book of Eli, man. But there's dead people everywhere, man.
That's it.
Right? And you walk in the house, like, wait, they still got electricity. What? There's a generator down there. Yeah, and then the zombies are coming. Like, it's gonna be crazy out here. But we're gonna have spiritual powers. That's what it's about. Look, this is not far-fetched, right? Yeah. The Bible's talking about spiritual powers, man. That's what we need out here, man. We need the spiritual power to come against the heathens, man. Brothers were bringing it out earlier, mighty as well, man. Saying, look, man, there's gonna be battle axes and weapons of war, man. And we're gonna might up with eagles and fly about and try to find these guys, man. Fly right down under the ground, right? Going under the underground tunnels, doing some lightning bolts, man. Alright? Like it says Psalms 144, he teaches our hands to fight and our fingers for war, man. Just getting down there, just going breaking heads off, man. You know what I mean? You see a little baby taking 2 minutes to dash him to the stone. Alright?
So yeah, we shouldn't be doubtful or fearful in these days, man.
That's right.
We should be knowing that our salvation, Yahweh Ratazah, is drawing near, you know? So we need to repent, come back to this law, statutes and commandments.
What do you think of this?
Turkish, yeah, Turkish group.
You're Turkish?
Yeah.
What do you think of this though, Turkey?
Well done.
What do you think of this? What do you think of this? What do you think of this? Goma.
Allah, I don't understand what it does. Okay, so what can I know?
What do you think of this? What do you think of this? Are you religion? You religion? You Muslim?
Yeah.
Huh? So where's your dress? Where's your dress? Yeah, your dress. The Muslims wear the dress.
And I don't like that. It's Arabic. I don't like Arabic. I'm Turkish.
But you're Muslim. Ishmael is Arabic. Muhammad is Arabic.
It's Arabic. It's a Turkish.
Muhammad could be an Edomite.
You know, from Turkish now, go near Arabic. before all of Turkish government.
Your teeth are coming up.
What like that? I understand.
Okay.
Before Turkish all the government is see Europe. Now is now.
So are you Turkey? Are you with Russia? Your friend in Russia now, isn't it?
Yeah, are you with Russia?
Turkey and Russia, they're friends. You left England. You left England and you go to join Russia.
He's the old time before Middle Asia, all Turkish Middle Asia. For the Russia the rubbish.
Turkey have joined Russia.
Russia, 47 years old, is fighting Turkish people. 47 years old. Yes.
Hey, big man. Yeah. You're Turkey, right?
Yeah.
You know your name in the Bible is called Goma. Goma is Turkey.
Wine leaf.
See, your name in the Bible is called Goma. You got glasses? Are they good? Look. Forget that. Kurdish and Turkish people are Gomarians. Read this.
This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 38, and verse 6. Goma and all his bands.
Goma and all his bands.
I am
And the house
Shush.
of Tadamah, of the north
historic
quarters.
man.
The North Korea.
Historic
All his
man.
bands of the people with thee.
Forget Christian.
Verse 7. Be thou prepared and prepared.
Do what? Be thou prepared.
And
Prepared.
for thyself.
For thy what?
For thyself. That thou and all thy companies that are assembled unto thee.
Prepare yourself and your company, because your Turkish people are damn rubbish, man. Alright? You Turkish people are damn hairy, man. Even your women have hairy chests, man. Alright? So we can give a damn about our religion and damn Muslim and Turkey, man.
That's right.
Have you ever seen a Greek or a Turkish woman, man? The hair's coming out everywhere, man. Alright? You're nearly hairier than the Edomites, man. Alright? Be prepared, man. Alright? Be prepared, man. Alright? Turkish people, man. And Turkey and Kurdish. Gomarians. Gamars. Alright? Gamayams. Alright? Be prepared for war. Alright? Gather yourself together with the Russians. Alright? And you're gonna fight. Alright? Yeah, man. That's the spirit of prophecy, like this.
That's right.
And you got Gamars coming up, man. I got Gamars and damn big. I don't even know what that was, man. What was that on that? I don't know, like water balloons, man.
Man said it was a weapon.
What was that? Like a nuclear weapon, man.
Man said it was a weapon, lad. I don't
Like
know.
plutonium jelly was up in there. Crazy. But yeah. Alright? Yeah, on that. We're going to close out Israel. Alright? Diligently search the scriptures, man. Alright? Yeah, man. Diligently search the scriptures, man. Alright? Meditate day and night in these things, man. Alright? Because this is how you got stability and faith in the times, man. Alright? We're going to close out. We're going to give all honors, praises, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Baharakah, Kadash.
Kwame Ashola.